Both of them? Okay. 7. Okay. Should have went all the way down the first time. Okay, so these right here. Erase that again. Erase that. This one. All right. So those are the days of the week right there. Which one is the number? All right. Yeah. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay. So that's the weeks. We're gonna go with them weeks now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's gonna be the day. It's gonna be the day. It's gonna be the let's say this is gonna be the week, right? It's gonna be the week. Right, so W E E K. That's the week. Okay, so now I don't want Sabbath, but I don't need. Okay, so this is the regular week that Yahweh gave us at creation. And let's use the month that we're in now as an example. Okay, on the first day of the week, the month started. First day of the week, month started. Okay, so now down here is our day. Up here is the Gentile day. Okay. Down there's the real day, day number 1. Okay. Up here is the Gentile day. Now we got a big eraser. You go in that block. That stuff off. Let's see which one of these reds. That's funny. Let's see, that's day number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it works out this month. 7. So that's how it works out this month. All right. So the new moon came in right here. on the first day of the week. That's when the new moon came in. So the new moon came in on the first day of the week. All right. So day number 1 starts right here. Now on the Gentile calendar, it said February 3rd. All right. So it said like 2, 3, and 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7. That's what's on the Gentile calendar. But the truth is, it's the first day of the month, second day of the month, third day of the month, fourth day of the month, fifth day of the month, sixth day of the month, and seventh day of the month. But they saying February 8th, 9th, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the 17th was so-called Sunday, right? Right? So 17th was so-called Sunday, which means that now we're in the 18th, which is so-called, which is now the second day of the week. All right. So this is how the calendar is supposed to look. All right. The first day of the week is over here, always on the right side. The last day of the week is always over here on the left side, because in Hebrew, we begin to write from right to left. We begin on the right side and we end on the left. That's how we do the Hebrew counting. So the first mistake that people make is they do their calendars this way. All right. So we have the 3rd on the first day of our week. So we're not worried about when the Gentiles call it. You can figure that out in your own brain. You got to stop thinking like them and start thinking like us. And then we apply their methods when we need to. So if I say on the first day of the week, all right, that's what I mean. If I say on the second day of the week, which is what we in right now, we're in the second day of the week right now, all right? We're in the second day of the week right now, all right? And today is the so-called 4th on they time, right? What time is on they 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is 2:17 and 2:18. All right. So we right here now. We on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. 14. We're on the 16th day now. See how simple that was? Right now we're in the 16th day of the 13th month. Or you would say of month number 10 and 3. That's the month that we in now. 13th month. Or you can say Adar 2, Adar Ba. That's the month that we're in right now. 13th month, Adar 2, because we're in the 13th constellation. All right, we're still in the 11th constellation. Okay, so now we're in the 16th day of our month on so-called Monday. All right, but this right here is our day already. We're not even worried about, sunset or whatever. We ain't worried about that. Sunset on the second day, no, because right now, this is the Hebrew day. This is evening and morning, evening and morning, evening and morning, evening and morning. So now, Right now, what's this? Evening and the morning, and then the evening again. So right here is the darkness from creation. Right here is the evening and the morning of the first and second day coming together. Evening and the morning. That's the darkness. See that? Let you know that it starts when it's dark. So once we get this in our head, and once we see how our schedule of calendars and days, once we see how they actually work, it's harder to make any other type of calendar flow with this, because this is what we have from creation. Genesis chapter 1 begins in darkness, and the Most High says the evening and the morning were the first day. Well, after that morning was over, you had the sun going down again, you had darkness coming again, and then the evening and the morning became the third day. The second day. Evening with the darkness, and then the morning is right here. That's the sun being up. Okay, so in the middle of our day, really not even the middle of, well, I guess it kind of is the middle, because if the sun goes down at 7 and then starts coming back at 6 or 6:30, that's the middle of the day. So then when you say midday, you're really talking about mid-daylight. You're talking about mid-daylight. So the sun comes up at 6 or whatever time it is, noon again. Okay, bam. Now you're in the middle of that light period. So the period of the dark period begins like 6 in the morning, and it goes roughly to 6 at night. So it starts to get dark at 6, all right? And then 12 hours later, about 6 in the morning, the sun starts to come up again. So then 6 hours later after that, noon, is when the sun is high and it's hot. And then 6 hours after that, it starts to become, dark again. So this right here is the darkness of the first day, the evening of the second day. So this what they actually call this the evening too, but that's a different story. Because evening takes place on both sides of the day, and then it blends together right here for that total that total darkness, which is called Al-Ta. And then for the Ilta, when it goes into total darkness, then it moves into the second day. So this is our Hebrew calendar. This is how we reckoned our time. All right. We did our time like this. We didn't do our time like this. This is day right now. All right. I don't know. Right now I know I'm in day number 16 because I'm in the second day of the week now, the Hebrew day. This is where we at right now, day number 16. So now I'm only looking at this calendar if the Gentiles tell me something. I don't need this calendar because my days of the week is all I'm concerned about. Now, in the Hebrew world, that will be fine. Now, in the Gentile world, now we got to put their little funky dates over top of our dates or with our dates, so we know where we at in their world. But remember now, this right here, the 16th, is dark all around from the west coast to the east coast. Now it's dark. So we began this day right here. It was dark when we began this day. So some of y'all are about here with the sun about to come up, in the middle. So in the middle right here is the moon. And then right here is the sun. Let's draw the sun like so. There's the sun, and in the middle is the moon, reminding you that, hey, right now in the middle of this thing, in about 12 hours after it gets dark, about 12 hours after that, at 6, you're gonna go back in the morning. Sun gonna come up. And then 12 hours after that, around 6 again, we know it varies throughout the year. But a little while after that, when it gets dark again, now you're going to be in the evening of the second day, and then you're going to start going to the third day. So this is what you got to write out for yourself, man. Right? Now, write yourself out a calendar with 7 days, and that's it. And just fill in the blanks, man. But do it from right to left. And remind yourself that these black lines in between, are what? These black lines in between are actually days. Are actually darkness. This is darkness. And then the white in between here is the brightness that takes place between the darkness. All right. So now in here, you got the sun coming up. And then over here, you got the sun going down. Over here, you got the sun coming up. So if I want to say, on the 18th, well, the 18th, I guess, the 18th starts right here. As our first day is ending, the Gentiles, a few hours after that, is midnight. So now the Gentiles are going to start February 18th after dark. So this calendar that I'm going to put together, I got a prototype I put together like 5 years ago, on the computer, on a file, an old file that's on here, or on one of my flash drives or somewhere. But it incorporates our time as the primary focus. And then the Gentile time is the secondary focus. So once you change your mindset, those Babylonian spirits can't stay on you, man. You won't be looking at no lunar Sabbath. You won't be talking about no sunrise Sabbath. You're going to see with your own eyes, and the Most High going to put that spirit in you, and you ain't going to be able to get deceived or fooled no more, especially once you start keeping the seventh day holy. Once you start taking the seventh day serious, we already read in the book of chapter 31, right? Where the Most High said that, I'm going to sanctify you. When you keep the Sabbath, that's how you're going to know that I am Yahweh that sanctifies you. Once you keeping that Sabbath. But if you ain't keeping that Sabbath, man, the Most High is not going to sanctify you. Meaning what? You ain't going to be able to get free from sin. You ain't going to be able to get free from doing those little dungeon secret things that nobody else knows about except for you and whoever you dealing with. So this is the biblical calendar. It goes from right to left, and then our day is on here. Only reason we putting these Gentile days on here is because we in their system, their society, and they doing this across the world. But we want our days to pop up in front of us, and then when the sun went down, okay, right here. When the sun went down, on the 15th, you would just go through and you would say, okay, this day is over. And then the sun goes down tonight, the next sunset, you cross this out. Well, we at sunset, or you just put like a little X somewhere on it. Okay, this day is over. Okay, this day is over. This day is over. And the beautiful thing about it is that you can do it before you go to bed. All right? You can do it before you go to bed because you're going to bed at the beginning of a new Hebrew day. All right? So this is our calendar. This is the calendar that the children of Yasharallah use. 7 days going from right to left. Now, when you start to get into all these other crazy things, when you say, okay, well, this is the new moon right here. This is the new moon. When you start to get into the lunar Sabbath, which we shouldn't be doing, but you say, okay, this is the new moon right here. This is the lunar Sabbath right there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to say, well, this is what you're going to do. You're going to say, well, it's a lunar Sabbath, but, I'm going to start it over here. So now let me look at this day of the week. I'm doing this practically. Actually, you know what? I can just start from right here, the way we did it. All right, which it works out pretty good because it shows you the fallacy of this system. All right, now we see you got 7 days right here. You got to do 7 days from Genesis 1. You got to do that. Just do 7 days like the Most High said. Don't worry about nobody else. All right, so now let's do it over here. Let's say, okay, well, you know what? On February 3rd at sunset, on Sunday, what Saturday night? All right, was that Saturday night? It was the first day of the Gentile week at sunset, which means actually the second day. Let me see what day it fell on. Okay, February 3rd. Okay, the first day of the Gentile week, which was the second day of the second day of the Hebrew week. So the Gentile weekday, first day, Sunday night. All right, Sunday night is when? It's the first day of the week, right? All right, Sunday night is the first day of our week. I mean, the second day, right? Sunday night goes into the second day of the week, right? So this is Gentile weekday, first day at sunset, right? First day at sunset was actually going into our second day, but the Gentile first day at night. But now this is the Hebrew calendar. See, you don't gotta when you play the mind tricks, when you do the Jedi mind tricks with the calendars, now you can make somebody believe something that's not there. But let's put all that Gentile crap to the side. The Hebrew, the month started on the second day of the Hebrew month. All right, so let's erase all this garbage up here. All right. Let's erase all this crap up here. All right. It started on the second day of the Hebrew calendar, second day of the week. All right. Now, if you want to say Sunday night and all of that, you can say that. But we got to bring it back to the Hebrew and look at our calendar, which tells us what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now on our calendar, what day of the week was it? It was the second day of the week, because the day before that was the first day of the week, was our day. So when we say Sunday night sunset, Sunday sunset, what we really say is the second day of the week. So this is when the Hebrew month started right here. So now there's no way you can go from a lunar moon Sabbath and say, well, we ain't gonna do it right here, because look on the calendar. It falls on a so-called it falls right after the how many days, I forget how many days, I don't know how many days we had previously, but how are we gonna begin right here? We're gonna skip all these days of the week and we're gonna come over here. And then we're going to say, okay, now this is the Sabbath. Now this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this is going to be the Sabbath day. Come on, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. You're like skipping a whole bunch of stuff. You're skipping a whole bunch of stuff, man. Okay, but you know, this is once you get your 7, you got to get Genesis 1 down first. 7 days of the week, Genesis chapter 2, 7 days. He rested. So this is always a rest day. This is always a rest day. So now the Gentile, you know, on so-called the second day of the week, got nothing to do with the Gentiles. The second day of our week, we began that day. All right, over there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. So on the 16th day, this is 1. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. So what is the date? What was that? February. Then we gotta redo that whole calendar. Because this one is saying the first, but this is our first. All right, this is our first right here. But the day started, the new moon came in. Right now, we started to keep it on sunset of this day right here. So that evening of that day, and that day came into, what was it, February 3rd. All right, so that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 2, 17. That's 2, 18. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so we're in the 15th day now. The 15th Hebrew day, right? We started on the 3rd, right? 3rd at sunset. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Because this is the 18th, but we didn't go to the sunset yet. All right. So this is where we at right now. This is our real day. We're on the 15th day of the first month. Here's when the new day started, right here. All right. So this is the second day. So now, if you keep the lunar, if you're doing the lunar Sabbath, which you shouldn't be doing it, then this day is supposed to be a Sabbath for you. This day is supposed to be a Sabbath for you. Sunset. So you ain't supposed to be working. You ain't supposed to be going to the store. Your wife ain't supposed to be cooking. Your moms ain't supposed to be cooking if you're doing the phony Sabbath. Because it's on the 15th day. And you saying that the 15th day is always going to be a Sabbath. All right. So you're supposed to be keeping it now. All right. You're supposed to be keeping it now. So what are you doing on this day? So all y'all check in. Are y'all lunar Sabbath people? Are you going to work today? When the sun comes up, are you on your way out the door to go to work? Do you got to go to the grocery store? Are you going to pay gas? Are you going to use your ticket for the bus or your bus pass to get on a bus for a man that's working on a holy day when Yahweh said everybody's supposed to be resting? What are you doing on this day? You see that? So are you even keeping your own thing? Are you keeping your own Sabbath? You know the truth. Are you keeping it the way you say you're supposed to be doing it? All right. So now over here, we automatically know that now we're going to go into the 22nd day. So now, which is going to be the 18 plus 7, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3. That's going to be the 25th. So you got to keep the 25th, all right, as the Sabbath day too, right? That's what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So really, from the this day to that day, from the 17th to the 18th at sunset, and from the 3rd to the 4th at sunset. But remember, this is our calendar. So our calendar does not fit this all this. Once you get a 7-day week, man, it's over. Once you know that the week is 7 days from creation and you fit the new moons, gotta happen within them 7 days. Nothing happens outside them 7 days. There's no 8th day of the week or 9th day of the week. It happens all within the 7 days of the week. Once you get them 7 days down from creation, it's a wrap. But in here, I can have 29 days because this goes on forever. It goes on from creation and then forever. 7 days, evening and morning, 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 evening, morning, all right, or evening, evening, hold up, evening and morning, evening, that's a continuation right there, morning, evening and morning, evening and morning. That white area is the morning, man. So once you get this down pat and you understand that creation, time, the model, darkness and light happens within 7 days. That's it. Once you reach 7 days, you start all over again. So once you get that, then you'll see how to keep the Sabbath. So right here is the Sabbath. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. On the 20th of the new moon, the 20th of the month is going to be a Sabbath day. This is our count. Remember, this is not no Saturday night. This is the Hebrew Sabbath day. So on the 20th of the month that we're in now, it's going to be a Sabbath day. So instead of you saying 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, instead of you saying from Friday night to Saturday night, no, you say from the 7th day. And you let your Hebrews know what you're talking about. So now you got the 7th day right here. So you're saying from Friday. No, this is not Friday night. This is not Saturday night. If you want to say Friday night is like right here. That's what Friday night is right there. That's Friday night, right? That little area right there is Friday night, and all of this is a Hebrew day. Okay? All that is a Hebrew day. Friday night is little tiny bit of space right here. Friday so-called night. And this is Friday so-called night. And this is the beginning of the Sabbath. This is the darkness. And then this right here, during this period right here, in between, is when we got the light. The sun is out. And then over here, the moon rules the darkness again. So this is like the Genesis. This is the calendar from creation. People talk, and that's what was funny about me. People talk about, oh, the creator calendar. But if it's a creator calendar, how come you go from left to right if Hebrews go from right to left? But it's a creator's calendar. He didn't give it to you, because if he gave it to you, he would have gave it to you from right to left. While we do everything. You see that? So, oh man, I'm gonna finish with this lunar Sabbath stuff. So that's a wrap for that. I'm ready to eat. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna eat. Maybe catch me some look at something to edify my spirit. And that's it. Like I said, tomorrow, Yahweh, I hope I have the ability to do this video about, see that? Babylon Sabbath. I want to try to do a Babylon, and I'm going to show you how the Babylonians kept their Sabbath. And I got a video about it also. You know, hopefully I can go and find it and post it, you know, on my page. All right, so hear, O Israel, Shema Yasha'Allah, Yahweh our power, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Akkad, Yahweh is one. All right, Shalom to come, Yabaraka come, Yahweh Bashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, may Yahweh bless you, and name Yahweh Shai. Shalom. The water.